Good morning, ladies and gents. My name is Hilzo, and welcome to Discuss Things, and also welcome to Suicide Squad, the movie review with me and Geri G reviews. I'm going to start the review in just a second. We did it right after the movie ended on the fucking parking lot, which was fucking awesome. We were so excited. The movie was awesome, and I want to leave you with those thoughts as well. However, I just want to say that I was super excited and I want to see more of this. I hope to see more of DC. Hope to see this pace and this kind of movies in the future from them. And for those critics who gave it a bad score for one reason or another, you can just go and F yourselves. That's my opinion. Because this wasn't a movie about Batman or Superman or something else. This was a completely separate movie with separate characters who haven't been introduced at all into this universe. So, I think they did a pretty good job, right? Okay, we can agree on that, and we can actually have a discussion a little bit later. Alright, guys, I'm leaving you. Please enjoy the review, and cheers. And good evening, ladies and gents. My name is Hilzo, or at least I'm trying to be the Joker. With me is my Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah! Hi guys, Geri G reviews here. We just saw Suicide Squad, and what do you think about it? What do you think about it?
Thinking is a little bit hard for me at the moment because this movie was incredible, to say the least. It was amazing. And well paced, well played, well choreographed, good story. This is the basic overview that I can give you. What do you think?
Well, I think the same. It was awesome. It was very fast paced. So if you're looking for super character development for each and every character, that's simply impossible. But what they brought up was simply enough for me. So yeah, it was a lot better than I thought, and actually the Joker was a lot in the movie. A lot more than I thought, so it's good.
Especially for a movie that brought characters and actors that were never actually mixed, especially heroes and characters never ever before seen on a movie, and without any backstory, without any previous development, without any hints to actually being in one of DC's big screen movies. And I was actually very surprised at the storyline and the backstory that everyone received, including the more minor characters of the squad.
Absolutely,
it was very well thought of, it was very well paced, it was very well placed as well, not all at once as as other backstories are done, but throughout the movie, which is a lot more subtle and gets you to like the character a lot more.
Yeah, it was super enough for me. What the other reviewers are saying, and especially the critics with the big stick up their butts, this movie was pretty well made, and I don't need any more explanation on any character. If I need that, I can always read the comic. A movie can't be like a comic book. It can be, fully maximum explained, especially when there's so many characters, pumped into one movie. And for what this movie was, it was a perfect balance, everything: comedy, character development, characters themselves, and of course the most famous characters got the most time, like Harley Quinn, but which is super normal.
And for those who think this movie will be very lighthearted, from all the reviews that they probably heard before this one, no, it's not that lighthearted. It is more lighthearted and a lot more positive and not that gloomy as Batman vs Superman, of course, but it has these moments that will make you just grip your seat and just place your eyes directly on the screen, because they're heavy and very well thought of and played moments that do bring some heavy emotions in you as well, just because they were played that well.
Yeah, absolutely. This is not as big as Batman and Superman, of course, but it's well made. And the villain, one of the main complaints about this movie is the villain. I thought that she, sorry, a little bit spoiler, but everybody knows that at this point that it's she the villain. I mean, I didn't mind her at all. Everything was understandable why she was what she was and all that. So
Yeah, and it is a good plot twist. Like I didn't expect, because we didn't know who the villain was, even from the footage. Like we didn't exactly know what's gonna happen, and the plot twist was very nice in that regard. I very much like, and I enjoyed the whole this villain concept. I enjoyed it very much.
What do you think about the magic in the movie? Because one of the main complaints is the magic, and like, what the hell, man? Why is this so magical? But this it doesn't care. I mean, they can implement, magic, and they're like, yeah, we're doing it.
So magic is bad, but people shooting fire from from their hands is good. Like, where's the difference? They both do something ordinary humans can't.
Oh yeah, and we can't talk spoilers, but something about that fire thing is also something interesting.
Yeah, that fire dude, El Diablo, you will like him. This is 100%. And if you don't like him, you're basically worse than the Joker in regards of having a heart.
Oh yeah, he was pretty amazing, and like every character, I can find something in every character to like, and this is a movie that you can't see anywhere else. I mean, there's a story, because we see villains that actually had something good in them, and at the same time they're kind of try to stick to their roots. So it's very interesting concept as a whole, and I really don't mind the villain. I mean, I don't need another Joker in the movie to be the main villain. I can settle for what it was, and it was something different.
And you see constant character development. You see them growing, you see them learning, you see them changing throughout this very short period of time of 2 hour and something movie, which arguably not a lot of movies can do that. They try, a lot of movies try, but it's not very often that you see such constant and well played development of a character within one single movie.
Yeah, I mean, they showed just like several scenes of a character, of a particular character, and they were all like enough for me. I mean,
yeah, you basically it's pretty easy to pick your favorite character, whoever it might be, because their core characteristics are very close to even to an ordinary human, and you see very funny things about some of the characters as to, with risk of minor spoilers, what they really want in life. This is going to be a surprise for someone, or it's gonna be a very pleasant expected thing to others, but you will like one of the characters more than the other, just because they
based on
get
their
closer.
story.
Yeah, based on their story, based on what they are as a person.
Yeah, so you can find a lot of things to love, characters, particular story of a character, and my personal favorite is Harley Quinn, if you can't tell. But I didn't expect actually to like her that much, because Margot Robbie went into that character even more than I thought, and she humanized Harley Quinn, and she made her a real character, not just a like a cartoon character. She was super close to that, but at the same time she was real, and she felt real emotion. And with the Joker, there was definite chemistry and really interesting relationship, and I'm very excited to see how that turns out in the future and the future movies. So keeping my fingers crossed. Go and see this movie, guys. We have to support it. We have to support DC. They have to find their footing. People have to stop thinking that this is like Marvel, or that this has to be like Marvel, because again, some of the reviews were like, oh yeah, I expected something like the Avengers, and I'm like, what?
No.
Those are villains, first of all, and those are DC villains, so don't like have false expectations, because you're going to ruin your experience in the theater when you watch the movie.
If you are looking for a positive, giddy superhero movie and you're a Marvel fan, you're in the wrong place. But if you go with an open mind and want to see something different, and something that for me personally sets DC on a very, very right course for the future films. You will be amazed at how well they did it. This is basically, for me, this is the landing pad from which all their future movies can basically fly away and reach something that they weren't able to reach before. I'm talking about future movies such as Wonder Woman, Justice League, and the rest of what they're planning. This is the balance that I think they should seek out in the next movies, and with of course a little bit of an additional things here and there, but this is the base. This is how they need to do stuff from now on.
Yeah, I agree. Although I personally don't mind, the darker tone of Batman v Superman, but they did say that is going to be the darkest it gets. I mean,
yeah,
there's not going to be any more dark, movies like this one. So I don't mind when there's like no humor, but I do love when there is humor, because I can watch both things. I mean, for me, the most important thing is the character, the story. It doesn't matter that it has humor or it does not have humor, but this time the humor was like perfectly placed, and it was according to each character. So it was on point. It wasn't forced. Nothing was forced in this movie, and
just natural.
Yeah, it was edited very fast, yes, but it was correctly, it was done correctly to be edited this way. So I don't see any problems like what we heard, coming into this movie.
I don't see real issues with the movie as well. I do believe that even though Joker got his fair share of time in the movie, I do believe that he could have got just a bit more, just to dwell a little more to his complete madness, because Jared Leto nails it.
Oh, yeah.
He nails it as a persona of the Joker that you will be familiar with. However, I just needed a little bit more to complete his basically profile for the new Joker. I just needed a little bit more to be perfect, which is not to say that he wasn't extremely good, but for the time he got, he just couldn't fully shine for me in this movie. Future movies, probably he's gonna nail everything.
Oh, yeah.
What I would like to have in the future, of course, is his movie, his own personal movie for the Joker.
Oh yeah, but with Batman.
Yes,
It has to have
something
Batman.
like The Killing Joke, basically.
Oh yeah.
But
Something
on the
like.
big screen, this would be amazing, because in The Killing Joke, the animated series, you see a very detailed backstory to the Joker. So this can be used on the big screen to basically do the backstory there with real characters and relationship with Batman. This would be basically the milestone that such a studio should reach.
Yeah, we should reach that, definitely. That's my dream too. And also Batman was very good in this movie. He wasn't very in the movie, but you know that. And stay for, after the first part of the credits, it's not like it's a long time. It's not like Marvel, where you have to wait like the whole credits to see like stupid duck at the end, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just like a few cool, titles in 3D, and you're done. You can see that end credit scene. It's really worth it. It's really interesting because it ties into the Justice League. So
with a very, very nice tone that some of you will familiarize from the animated series of Batman and the Justice League. So you will probably like it.
Yeah. So guys, basically Joker was more in the movie than I thought. Yes, if he was a bit more in the movie, I don't see how they could fit, more of the Joker according to how the story was presented. Yes. I don't see how they could fit more in there, but he has like a ton of potential to be like the best Joker ever for me. I mean, that is a lot more, comic book accurate to me than the Heath Ledger Joker. I mean, the Heath Ledger Joker was...
He was there. He was just there as a main as a main person. He was just placed there, and he played the part like
the focus was on him.
Yeah, the focus was on him, but I mean that all the Nolan movies wasn't really DC movies. They were just Nolan movies set into the DC universe.
Yes.
So in that, if you look at it that way, this Joker here was a lot more like the comic books than the Heath Ledger Joker was.
I agree. This Joker was a lot closer to what the comic book readers, the animated series watchers like me are used to, and you do see a lot more of the Joker you want to see and you will expect to see from DC.
Yeah, so guys, basically the movie was a lot of fun, and you can see it in 3D or not. I mean, it just, the 3D effects were cool, but didn't make much of a difference, I think. It's not like, a 3D animation where everything flies in your eyes. Actually, even the 3D in Ghostbusters was used like a lot better than this, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the movie is great. It's very good to behold it, to see everything and see the action and the characters and it's a whole experience, guys. So make up your own mind, have your own opinion, and go see it and support DC, because if you do, you will get to have more movies, and hopefully they will get even better and better with time, because for me there's no problem. So it can only get better, hopefully.
Final score?
Okay, so I think from the scale of 1 to 10 as a comic book movie, this is definitely, I think, 8.5 out of 10.
I would give it a solid 9, and I won't give it a 10 just because you could have a little bit more backstory to two characters that I would not mention, which is not to say that they didn't get their backstories and they didn't get their explanation and everything, but if you balance it out with the rest of the characters, they could have a little bit much more, like probably a minute more. That's my only issue. Yeah, that's the only issue I would address.
Okay, well guys, I think we can do a spoiler review next time, but for now, this is our review. We just came out of the theater like 15 minutes ago, so hopefully you enjoy this review, and till next time, with me, Geri G reviews and discuss things.
Thank you for watching, stay fresh, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Bye bye.
So that was our Suicide Squad movie review. Thank you, Geri G, for basically agreeing with this, to collaborating with me on this one. We had a very good time. We did a bunch of stuff. We laughed a lot at the cinema. Everyone was super excited, and the fucking full cinema in the IMAX was just exploding on the different scenes that we mentioned. We are going to have a spoiler talk as well on a hangout, again with Geri G, one of these days. So please stay tuned. I will be posting a link to a hangout whenever it comes. I will also post a video before the hangout happens, so you guys know. So follow me and follow Geri G reviews. I will link her channel down below. She's a great reviewer. I adore her so much, and I hope to work with her again in the future. Okay, man, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Click the like, share, and subscribe button if you did, and leave your comments down below. Thank you. Stay fresh. Cheers.